Hey guys, what's going on? We are going to put together a planter box today. This company sent this to me so that I could assemble it and show you guys how the assembly works. And it's this guy right here, right there. So if you guys want to check this out, though, I do have a little QR code or the links down in the description if you want to be able to check this thing out on Amazon. Y'all can go and do that. Let's see, I need to get a little stand real quick. And we'll grab this little guy right here and see if we can get some height. Alrighty, I think now we are ready. Okay, so we have this right here from PrimeZone. Like I said, they sent this to us. So if y'all are interested, y'all can click that QR code right there. Let me go live on Amazon now because I hadn't done that yet. And we will see what we can do here. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hey, Amazon, what's going on? So today we are going to be unboxing and putting together, I'm about to fall, this PrimeZone, this PrimeZone planter right here. It's one of those raised garden bed things. We actually have another one that we bought. Spin you guys on around right there. And we liked it so much that we wanted to get another one. We figured we'd try out something new. So this company, like I said, sent this to us so that I could show you all how to put it together. But I figured at the end, I could kind of do like a little comparison between the two if we have enough time. So let's go ahead and get into this one today. Got that Mike Vance knife right there, so we can open this bad boy on up. Let's see, let me just slice this along the top. They got a lot of tape on this, just like that. Okay. All right. So I'm not too sure the best way to get this out of here. It does have a bunch of styrofoam in there, so we're going to need to get rid of that. Got some instructions, some gloves, and some other nougats and bits in there. And then, let's see, I'm going to try and see, look, this is how it comes packaged. It's all just like saran wrapped up and then foam around it. So I'm going to try and just dump this thing out. I think that might be our best bet. Here we go. I think it's working. There we go. There we go. Whoa. All right. So as you can see, it comes all wrapped up in the saran wrap with the styrofoam. I think we need our Mike Vance. Where did I put that? Right there. Mike Vance to the rescue. All right, let's see. Let me slice this. I figured that would probably be the easiest way to do it. And that's breaking, which is fine because we don't need the styrofoam. Let's see, let me put the trash in the box. That way we don't have a mess everywhere. And we have some saran wrap on the other end right here. So let's go ahead and cut this on down. There we go. Perfect. Styrofoam, styrofoam, styrofoam. And then now we got, okay, so I can see it right here. Let's just unravel it from here. You guys see all this? I'm gonna bring y'all down just a bit. But all this is gonna unwrap it. Okay, it's like a wrap around. Okay, so there's a wrap around the top, wrap around the middle, wrap around the bottom. I gotta say, they did a really good job packaging it so that it doesn't get messed up, because this is like an all wood style one right here. Let's see, I think I'm gonna lay it down now. Look, I can use the steps here because this came all the way to the bottom. Okay, well, I'm gonna go through some of the pieces with you guys first, just so that you know what you're getting into here. We We got different planks like this. These are all the F1s. You have, looks like 4 of those right here, but I think there's more. And then we have these back here. These don't have a label on them. And they're the same size as the F1s, so I'm going to assume that they are more F1s. So I'm just going to lay those all on over here. And then there's this big pole right here. It's got 2 slots in it. It's obviously a corner piece right there. This is A1, which we'll get the instructions here in just a minute and check through all that. Let's see, here's more of the F1s. Ooh. Yeah, a lot of F1s. Okay, now this right here is an F3. And it looks like it has some additional holes right here in the middle. So let me make sure to put those. Look, we'll put those up here on a separate thing. F1. Another F1. Let's go down here. Organization. That's what it comes with whenever you got to do this. So this is a D right here. It's a skinnier pole style. Put that one right there. And then this is F2. And the F2s, big sticker on there, have the little cutouts right here, the little notches on the top and the bottom. So I have so far 2 of those. Okay. Oh, look, here's something fell right here. What's this? This is another D, one of those poles on the side. All right, and then we have some C's right here. C's have a little notch cut out all along both sides right there. Y'all can see that. And I have 2 of those. I'm going to assume that this is the sides of the planter box right there. Put that right there. Let's see. Got some more wrapping, like a Christmas present right here. All right. So then we have, this is an A2 and another A2. I'll put that next to that other A1 because they're the same style. I think just the slot is on the opposite side. See, this is the other A1 right there. So those are your corner pieces. All these little triangles right here, you got a bunch of them. These are the E, it's letter E. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those so far. I'm gonna put those up here because they're small. And then you have like these little, it looks like cap pieces, like little squares. And these are G. Okay, those up there. Those are small. This is trash in the box. All right, let's keep on unwrapping our Christmas present. All right, so all right, this looks like another piece of the side of the box, the bigger side. It's got a cutout right here, and it's got this lip. I'm assuming that's going to hold some of the planks. This has a letter B on it right there. Let's put that one over there. And then we have this one right here. This is also letter B. And I want to point out that this already has screws screwed into it at 4 points right there. And it looks like they've glued it down right here a little bit. I see some glue here. I think that's glue. That's what it looks like to me. Looks solid though, solid wood, which is awesome. So one reason why I like to do these assembly videos as live streams is so that we can see how long this thing actually takes to put together. So we did, that's the unboxing right there. That's everything that's in the kit other than the nougats and bits right here. Let's do that real quick. I guess this would be like the unbagging. There's an unboxing and an unbagging. So let's get into this real quick and we will check this out for you guys. Let me check the chat real quick, see if y'all have any questions. Doesn't look like I see any questions. Y'all let me know if y'all have any questions about any of this. All right, we have our gloves right here. I'm about 5'11". This is the size of my hands. I've never measured my hands, so I don't know, but this is how the gloves are fitting on me. They seem to fit fairly well. The fingers are a little short. It's not going all the way down into the webbing. I can pinch this area right here. So if you need the gloves, you can wear them. I probably won't. All right, and then what else do we have in here? Of course, you got your Allen wrench. That's also a screwdriver that comes in most of these kits. This is number 2. And then in number 1, okay, this seems to be just a bag of a whole bunch of wood screws that are all the same length. So it shouldn't be much to put this together. It's not like you have to figure out all the different kinds of pieces that go with this or anything like that. It's literally just take these screws and zip them on in, which I'm going to need to go get my screwdriver. I can't talk. My screwdriver for today. But let's get into these instructions. It's just a simple page right here. There are a total of 7 steps, so hopefully this is super easy to put together. Let me go to the first step here. All right, parts. You have these screws are M4.2 by 30 millimeter screws, and there's 58 of them. You have your screwdriver Allen wrench thing. See, I'm not going to use that. That's going to go too slow. I want to be able to zip these things. Usually whenever I'm doing an assembly video, I try to use just the tools that they provide with you. But since we're doing 58 screws, I'm definitely going to go get my screw gun. You got the protective gloves. You got A1, A2, B, C, D, E, F1, F2, F3, and the leg caps. And they say that you're going to need a flathead screwdriver and a Phillips head screwdriver. Okay, approximate assembly time with one person, 30 minutes. Y'all ready to start the clock? Let's see if that's right. So we're already 12 minutes into this. Let's see. Let's go get my screwdriver real quick, and then we can get this. I didn't prepare ahead of time for that. So while we're getting that, what kind of tools do you guys like to use the most? I'd be curious to know, like, what brands. I used to work at Sears whenever I was young, 20 years old or so. And so I kind of always gravitated towards Craftsman. And so that's why I have a Craftsman drill right here that I usually use for most of my builds. But I'm curious to know if you guys have any favorite tools that that you go for. I remember the guy who helped me put together our office area right here. He liked Milwaukee tools, which I used to sell some of those whenever I worked at Sears. And that was a nice, good quality tool as well. But always kind of stuck with the craft. I think it's because Craftsman, I know, not on their power tools, but on their hand tools, they have that lifetime warranty on there. Although I don't think you can go to Sears anymore and do that. Is Sears even still a thing? I think they closed down the one that where I am. But I believe there's like a 1-800 number or something. Go online and you can ship them the tool that you need to have replaced or whatever, and then they'll send you a new one. All right. It's got power. That's good. My son didn't drain it. Dad problems. Okay, so we have that there, and we need our instructions. Step number 1 is, let's see, we are at now 13 or so minutes in. Okay, we're going to attach 1 part C short panel to 1 part A1 leg and 1 part A2 leg with 6 screws, 3 screws per leg. Repeat to assemble the other short panel. Okay, so short panel is C, which is this right here. And we're going to have, I don't think it matters which way it goes. It seems to be symmetrical always. And then we're going to slide this on into A1. So A1 is going to be this guy right here. I guess it doesn't matter what side. Let me see. Trying to do this the best way that I can. It's kind of hard right here. Okay, can I just put it in this way? You know, it might be good to get a little mallet so you could easily get this in, but a little bit of manhandling will do it. I think I'm doing that the right way because you're gonna have this side and then the other one right here, and then you'll have your long ones probably attached right here. I just need to get this all the way down. You know what? Let's go and grab a mallet. I'm gonna recommend that you guys grab a mallet if you're doing this project as well. Again, this is why I do these live, so you guys can see exactly what tools Dad would recommend here. So I'm just gonna grab this guy right here. Whew. All right, now I think we are ready to actually get this thing done since it's just screws. If you don't have a mallet, I mean, you can use a hammer. I would just recommend that you put something to buffer the wood from the hammer. You might want like a rag or some kind of foam cushion or something like that. So that makes it a lot easier. It's getting there. Let's see, I'm gonna put it on a surface, a complete flat surface. Yeah, that went in easy, just like that. So now there's screws that are gonna go in right there. So we just need to screw those bad boys on in. That should be easy. Look, I think I want to move you guys. Y'all come sit down over here on the steps with me. Although I did not clean these steps, so there's some junk over here. I'll put it behind y'all, so y'all don't have to look at the junk. Some bird feeders. Actually, I can push you guys on back. There we go. Okay. Now we're rocking and rolling. Put that down there. Put this right here. I think that might work. Might want to bring you guys on down just a little bit so y'all can see it easier. Okay, let me grab the screws and the screwdriver. Okay, so now I can just kind of dump these out because they're all the same. Just gonna take this, zip it on in. Easy, nice and flush mounted too, so the screw goes down into it. Very easy with the drill here. Whoa. Do they poke through? No. Perfect. Because they're going in right here. And then, oh no, wait, down here on the top part here. And they're not poking through, which is fantastic. Okay, now we're going to grab A2 or A1. I think it's A2 for the other side. You put, yeah, one A1 and one A2. And this one was, make sure I got it right. That was an A1. So now we want an A2. Stay. A2. Boom. Right there. So what we're going to do now, make sure it's the right way. So there's going to be screws on both sides that you're going to be using. So you want to make sure that you get it to where this opening right here is the same on this side as well. Because if you do it this way, you'll be having one going this way and one going downward. And you don't want that. So make sure you turn them to where they're both facing up. See, you know what? I'm going to try this one. Nah. Just doesn't slide in as easy. I was going to say I could try and slide it. I don't think that's going to work. Oh, you know what might work? Hang on. Let's try this. Do it like this, upside down. And then I can hammer. Let me show y'all. Come on up. I can hammer here. Yeah. That made it a lot easier to be able to get down into there. So now, we're just going to drive our screws on into here now. Bring y'all going down. Grab a screw. Zippity-doo-dah. Oh, is it going in? Oop. There we go. Did I push it all the way? Yeah, okay. Just making sure. Just double check. I don't know if they have pre-drilled holes in the slat, this piece right here. I didn't look. I'll check on the next one. Okay, that went in easy. Very nice. This one in. Just like that. Boom. First step, halfway done. Now we gotta do the other side. I'm just gonna put that there. We're just gonna duplicate the same thing. So grab another C right here. And you're gonna need your A1 and your A2. And let's see, just gonna put it A2 up on this side. Okay. I'm gonna drill in the screws first. I was thinking maybe I could put both the poles in at the same time, but I think it's better if I do it this way. Drill this one on in. I like how this one is all wood. It's really cool. The other one we have is not completely wood. And we've had some issues with it, which I'll discuss, but let's do this first. There we go. Easy cheesy. Now we want to flip to the other side. Again, make sure that your slats are both facing you right here and on this side. And we're just going to pop that one. Oh, that one went in super easy. That's great. Okay. So now we just need to zip in our screws. Just going to lean that there. Pop this one on in. Like that. Number 2. And number 3. This is actually a really good project if you have like a young kid or a teenager who wants to learn how to put things together, since they've kind of given you all the things that you need and it's kind of pre-drilled and ready to go basically. It'd be a great project for them to try to test their skills at putting things together. And they'll be excited because they get to use like a drill or something like that. All right, let's see. That right there is step 1. Step 2, attach one part B long panel to one part A1 leg and one part A2 leg with 6 screws, 3 screws per leg, and repeat to assemble the other short panel. Okay, so all we're doing now, we're basically doing the same thing, but we're just putting the long pieces in there. So we have this guy right here. Okay. And this is B, but now my question is, which way does it go? Does it go with this big, no, that big bar, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it goes like this. I'm going to double check. Okay, so what I'm noticing here is you have this extra piece right here. Let me bring you guys on down so y'all can see better. There we go. You have this piece right here that's already pre-screwed into it. It's like a big block, and I'm pretty sure a lot of those F1s that they sent us are going to make the bottom of this right here. So you'll have all these slats going across this. And so you want to make sure that that bar piece right there is towards the bottom of your planter. So again, got to push that in just like that. Okay. Now we need to drive screws into on this side right here. Just trying to figure out the best way to do that. I'm limiting myself on space. Oh, look, I might be able to, well, I won't be able to see that well. Maybe if I turn this way. Okay, I think this might work because I can use my knee right here to be able to show y'all. Okay, so first of all, make sure it's nice and tight all the way on in. Nice and flush. Okay, then we're just going to take this, put it right here, and screw it on in. Oh, I'm an idiot. There's already screws right there. I need to do it on this side. Oh boy, dad fail right there, right? All right. Okay, can y'all see this? Yeah, I think, get y'all more centered. There we go. All right, let's try this again. That was hilarious. All right, so make sure it's straight. Pop it on in and zippity-doo-dah. Boom. These go in super easy. Just like that. And this one. I do want to make sure, yeah, that everything's straight. Okay. Boom. All right. I am kind of curious. I don't know if y'all can, yeah, y'all can see this. There's like a little notch right up here in the top. You know, I should have made sure before I zip that in. Yeah, okay. See, okay, in the directions, I want to point out that they do not show a little notch on either of these pieces right here. So I am assuming that that is correct. What's interesting is that there's a bar right here that goes all the way across, and it looks like you zip that in. That's the one thing that I'm a little unsure of. Okay, no, look, in this picture, they show a bar right there that you attach right there. Okay, and that's in those notches. So I wish on these pictures that they would show the placement of the notch. So I'm glad that I did this with you guys so that y'all would know what to look for in the instructions and in the pictures. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and get the other side up because I believe that that is going to help us to be able to stand this up a little bit better. So I'm going to need my other C now. I'm going to do it this way, I think. Whoop. Like that. And then I can grab this. It's going to go like this. I'm going to pop this B into A1, just like we did the others. If I can get it in. Come on, Dad. Let me see. Maybe I can just slide it in. Maybe that'll be a little easier. Oh, yeah. Just kind of hit it down, hit it over. Let's see, where's that mallet? Let's see if y'all can see this a little bit better. There you go. There we go. Oh, move this one. Okay. There we go. All right. So now we're just going to drive some screws on this side, not right here because this is where the other screws already are. But once you get these three panels up, you can see that it stands up a lot better now. And so we can easily get everything done, which is nice. So let's go ahead and pop these on in. 1. 2. There we go. And 3. Okay. So now what you want to do is put on the other side. I'm just going to verify that by looking at our picture. And you can see that they have the 2 panels there. So I'll turn this around so y'all can see that. Let me grab the other B, which is this one right here. And again, make sure that this piece right here is on the bottom. So I'm just going to slide this one on in, like that, and like that. this one's going in a lot easier. Nice. Okay. So now we're just going to drive our screws on in again. One. Two. How are we doing on time? What time did we start this at? Shoot, I don't remember. Like 13 minutes or so. So it's only been about 15 maybe. Granted, I've been like talking to you guys too, so that might play into it a little bit. If you're doing this by yourself and, you know, probably a little bit more quick because there's not all this japping, all this yapping, jibba jabba. There. Okay. Just making sure I got it all the way in. All right. Okay. Looks good. Looks square, which is excellent. What's our next line of business here? Okay, you got to flip it upside down, and then there's connect two part D supports with two part B long panels and secure with 2 screws. Okay, that's part D. What I don't get is that it says 2 part D supports, but in the picture they only show 1. So let me flip this thing over, and then we'll look for part D to make sure we are looking at the same thing, make sure we have 2 of them. And then I guess you can kind of just put it wherever you want. They have it in the middle right here. Not 100% sure of that, though. And it's just a support, just a support. Just double checking. But then there's another part D right here. Connect 2 part Ds. Or do they mean connected, like you're connecting part D at 2 points? I wonder if that's what they mean by that. Let's check this out. So first we're going to flip it. Put your hand down, flip it, and reverse it. Okay. Like that. Okay, there are pre-drilled holes right here too. I'm going to assume that that's what that means. Get it a little level. Because, yeah, you do have 2 Ds right here. And there's only 2. And they're definitely showing 1 on the top and 1 on the bottom. So right now I'm just going to do 1 on the bottom. And then we'll see what happens from there. All right. So this is pre-drilled holes too, right there. So super easy to put together. Let's measure this out right here. There, seems to be good. I just want to make sure that they're the same length too. Yeah, they feel about the same, which is good. Okay, so let's grab. We're just gonna need 1 right now. Can y'all see this? Y'all probably can't see that, could y'all? Bring y'all on down just a bit more so y'all can see better. All right. So now, using our pre-drilled screws, just got to pop this bad boy on in right here. I'm not going to do it all the way, just so that I have some play to make sure I can get into this other one over here. You may have to push this a little bit to be able to line everything up, I'm noticing. So make sure to do that. See? Yeah. So if you really get behind it and you push like I'm doing right here, like I'm pressing against this and pushing against the pole, it'll kind of seat itself into the pre-drilled hole, and then you can zip it in just like that. And then now I'm just going to tighten this one all the way now. There we go. All right. So that is step 3. Step 4 is to connect 8 part E supports with 4 part A legs and secure with 16 screws. Okay, I get it. With the A leg. 16 screws. Okay, so what we're doing now are all those little triangles that I showed y'all. So you have all these guys right here. As you can see, they have pre-drilled holes. And so we're just gonna zip some into there, and these go right here at the corners at each end. So we're just gonna zip those on in now. Turn y'all so y'all can see it a little bit better. How about that? Screws. Whoop. I guess I probably should take off all these stickers, but whatever. I'm not that worried about that. So I don't know if it needs to be like flush with it or not, or kind of in the middle. So I guess you can kind of just use your judgment for whatever you find best. I think I'm going to go kind of more like a middle, just so that it grabs into the wood. All right, do they have pre-drilled on here? No, no pre-drilled here. So I'm just going to kind of go towards the middle so that there's enough wood for the screw to grab into. So I'm just going to hold it with my thumb right here so that I have a good hold on it and doesn't go wibble wobbling. And then we'll zip this one on in. Once it goes in, you can move a little tighter. Okay. And then we'll do one up here. Just like that. Corner piece. Let's see. Give me another one. While we're at this view, can y'all see that? Y'all can't really see that, but that's the one that I'm going to be doing next, and it's just the same thing, and then I'll adjust the camera so y'all can see a little bit better on the next few, or I'll adjust the stand here. See, it's hard to do without the other hand. I like to put my thumb on here to hold it in place a little bit better. Let's see. Okay, so this one, this part down here is a little bit thicker. This one's a lot thinner right here. So you probably want to match it to where it's nice and flush right here. So let's go ahead and zip this one on in. Just like that. And then we'll zip this one on in. Just like that. Cool. Oh, y'all can see this one pretty good. Let's get those done. 4 screws, 2 triangles, and a screwdriver. These right here. Just gonna zip this one on in, like so. If you care about aesthetics, you could probably match up your woods as far as the colors a little bit better than I did. Bet you could paint this thing too if you wanted to. Get it straight on. Come on now. Nope. There we go. All right. The other one right here. Oh, that works. I was a little off, but I think it's going to go in just fine. There we go. Yeah, buddy. And then let's go ahead and do this side right here. Again, I'm going to do this one kind of in the middle. You could put it flush if you wanted to. But I'm just going to scoot it on over just a bit to make sure I get a good bite into this wood. It doesn't say which way is the best. Okay. This one right here. Okay. Turn. And we just have to do these sides right here to be done. So put these right here, those right there. Give me some screws. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 screws. Over here. Oh wait, I'm gonna need more than that, huh? We'll get it. So I'm gonna start here. Zip this one on in. Where's my screwdriver? Right here. Okay. And zippity-doo-dah. Whoop, that one jumped on me. There we go. Easy to fix. And pop that one on in. Just like that. This one over here. Looks nice, I gotta say. I like the all wood look to this. Come on. Come on, Dad. There we go. All right, here we go. There. This one. Ooh. Okay. Good. Yep. Now we need to do those two. I did get the right amount. Y'all see this right here? Yeah, I think so. So let's go ahead and pop this one on in. How's our time looking? Where are we at now? 40. Oh boy. Time crunch now. Zip this in. Come on. There we go. This one down here. There we go. And then now we just need to do this one right here. And then that should be all of that step. And we'll move on to the next. Let's see. Do it from the top. I haven't figured out if it's easier to do it from the top or from the side first. I guess it doesn't matter. As long as it goes in, right? All right, last one here. Zippity-doo-dah. Just like that. Boom shakalaka. What's next? That's 4, so we're on step 5. Step 5 is okay, so we need to flip it first of all, and we're going to connect 14 part F1s to part F2 and 3 part F3 bottom slats with 2 part B long panels, then secure with the 6 screws. There will be a slight gap between the 2 F slats. This is normal and will reduce warping from moisture. Okay. Okay, so we have F3. F3. Okay, so your I get it. Your F2s are going to go on the outside because they have the corner notches, I believe. And then your F1s are going to go this way, but underneath them is the F3s, I believe. If I'm reading that right. Okay, first things first. Let's put our hand down, flip it, and reverse it. Get it? Put your hand down, flip it, and then it's reversed because you're looking at the other side. Ooh, back pain. That's not fun. Jeez, got like a cramp. Okay, I think I'm good. Stretch it out. Can I put weight on it? Ooh, that was not fun. All right, but nope, still there. Okay. Let me bend. Getting old. All right. Okay, so now we have. All right, these are the F2s. And as I mentioned, these are going to go in the corners like this. And then you have F3s. You have 3 of these. And they already have some pre-drilled holes. See that? One in the middle here. 2 for screws. This might be a drainage hole right here. That's my guess. And then you have all these F1s. So, I get it. Okay. So, the 6 screws. Okay, got it. This makes a lot of sense now. So, it's kind of hard to see this, but you need to follow the diagram to know where the planks. It'd actually be nice if they were to blow this up and number them, and then you'd know like how many F1 slats go in between the F3 slats. Does that make sense? And then at the end, you're just going to screw down the 6 F3 slats to kind of hold it in place. So all you really do is you're just dropping them in on that ledge that I mentioned. Just making sure. Let me get back up. Make sure I'm good. Here, actually, I'm going to bring you guys back on over to this stand over here so y'all can hopefully look down into the planter box here as we do this. See, I'm gonna lift with my legs now because that's the smart thing to do. And then I'll bring you guys on down. Let's see if y'all how far down y'all can go. Perfect. So now I'm gonna start with the F2s, which are the ones with the notches on the corners. You're just gonna place those at the ends because those are the first ones that go in. Maybe kind of scooch all like that. Y'all can see everything. Bring it back just a hair. There we go. I think that'll do it. Okay. Then the way they have it in the picture, which I want to do it just like they have it, they have another F1 on either side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work outward and come into the middle so that I can make sure it's nice and symmetrical. So let me grab 2 F1s and put one on this side, and I'll put one on this side. Then they have an F3, which are up here. Want to point out that the flush hole right here is only on that side, not on this side. So you want to make sure those are up. One F3 right there. And another F3 right here. Then, okay, in the picture, theirs is a little off. It's not symmetrical like that next F3 because there's only one left, comes after a few slats, and then there's a whole bunch of just F1s over here. So I'm going to do it like they have it in the picture. I don't know if that matters or not, but they have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. 3 F1s on this side. So grab 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Then they have this one. And then the rest is just F1s, right? D. Yeah, these are F1s. Okay. So these just sit in here. Like that. They have one. Yeah, they just have a whole bunch of these. So, hey, doing a live stream. Amelia came to say hi. So, just lining these on up. And then once you have all those lined up, we're going to zip in these F3s at 6 different points in the box. Let me grab our screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And they said that there's going to be some gap in between the slats, and that's so that moisture, whenever it gets into there, it might expand on it, and it'll actually allow for some drainage as well. Okay, is my screw? Make that work. Okay. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. And then there's 3 more on the opposite side. 1. 2. And 3. Awesome. All right. What's next? They're will be a gap. Okay. Attach four part G leg caps with 4 part A leg secure with 8 screws. Okay, so those just go right here on the top of each corner. So let me move you guys on over. Like that. There, y'all can see it a little bit better. So what we have here are these are your caps. They're gonna go right on here. I'm gonna recommend that you put the holes for it to where you're in the thickest part of the wood and not where the 2 pieces are coming together. So it just simply goes on like that. And we have 2 screws for each cap. Like that. And like that. Oop, that one didn't go in. Okay. Take this one. Yeah. Okay, so I should move. I wish that they had maybe some pre-drilled holes on here just so that you could line it up a little bit easier. So it might be a good idea to get your 2 screws into the holes right here, and then make sure that they're actually hitting in the wood there. So this one would be more like that. There. And there. Perfect. Okay. See, I'm making sure that the screw was in, hitting that wood. This side seems to be easier to tell. Just like that. Oh, it goes down further than I thought. There we go. Okay. 1 and 2. Can y'all see over here? Yeah. So what these are, not only do they make it look nice, but they also are going to keep everything held together because you're putting the 2 screws into there. Making sure that I'm getting it in the wood. There we go. Oh, nuts. And this is why sometimes you shouldn't use a drill, because this piece broke on us. I can get some glue to be able to attach that back. I don't want to lose it, so I'm just kind of leaving it there for now. And then, can y'all see that one? No, y'all can't see that one. Let me turn. 2 screws. And a drill. All right. So, learning lots of things on these caps right here. 1, you don't want to put your screw all the way in as far as it can go. And 2, you want to make sure that you're hitting into the wood with your screws before you screw it in. There we go. Much better. All right, our next instruction is number 7, and it's the brace that goes across the middle right there where those notches are. So we're going to put that in there, and then we're going to drive 2 screws into there. This one. So you're going to get your other D that we talked about earlier, and this is just going to sit right on in like that. Make sure that your flush hole is up as opposed to this one being up, so that your screw goes nice and inward into there. And we're just gonna drive these two bad boys on in. And then we can talk about that other planter that we've had for a while now. And we can take a look at it. There we go. Whoa. All right. There you have it. It's done. I'd say it came out looking pretty good. What do you guys think? Nice wooden planter box right there. And then the other one that we have, let me bring you guys on over here. This was the other one that we have, and it has like this wood outside, and that was already put together. And then you have the steel poles right here, and those just simply slid on into there. And then of course it had caps on there, and this one has wheels as well. So where'd you go? Uh-oh. Whole bunch of things got changed. Are we still here? I think so. This switched. Hang on, I gotta check that right there. Nope, that was not it. Am I back? There we go. So this one right here, it started leaning on us, and it has this like bedpan thing underneath that's supposed to collect the water that's inside there, so you don't have to water it as much. But we noticed that it got too heavy. We get a lot of rain down here in Louisiana, and it started sagging on us. So I'm very curious to see how this one's going to hold up, being that the bottom of it is just all those wooden slats. So we are going to now, may as well finish this out all the way, right? We actually have some, I bought some dirt the other day so we could actually put some dirt into here. And I figured that'd be good to do for you guys so that y'all know how much dirt you might need. I got 2 bags, so let's see how much dirt 2 bags will put. But I'm deciding if I want to move this before I put the dirt in. I think we're just gonna leave it right here. Okay, let's go get the dirt. I'm gonna be right back. It's right over there. All right, so we got 2 bags like this. This is a 1 cubic foot bag of topsoil. So I'm just gonna lay this right here. It actually might be a good, maybe 3. The way I'm looking at it is if I were to take this and turn it this way, I could probably lay 3 bags into here. But let's just go ahead and open it up and see what happens. Y'all can't see that. Come on, Dad. You know how to work a computer. Let's see. Let's try like that. There we go. All right, so I'm going to tear it open and just flip it on over. Maybe once you spread it out, 2 might be enough. Yeah, actually, that filled pretty nicely. Let me go get the other bag now. Put that one on in. Tear it open. Put my hand down, flip it, and reverse it. There you have it. Look at that. Look, I can use the gloves now for this. So that my hands don't get as dirty, right? Because I still got to dad out, you guys. So you can use the gloves. Now kind of move. Oh man, I think that was a perfect amount of soil. Yeah, perfect. Beautiful. Now we're ready to plant something into there. This came out awesome. And how long did it take? Okay, 1 hour, but it didn't actually start building till like 13 or 14 minutes in. So it took me 45 minutes, but then you can knock off like 5 minutes or so because I used some time to put the topsoil into there. But if you guys are looking for an awesome all wood planter that just takes screws to zip in, takes 45 minutes. You know what? We're going to say 40 minutes because I jibber jabber a lot with you guys to try and let you guys understand what I'm doing. You know, it's kind of the nature of making a video. So I would say that this takes about 40 minutes to put together. And in the instructions, they said approximately 30 minutes. So I'd say a good 30 to 40 minutes is about right. But if y'all are looking for an excellent wooden planter to put in your yard, grow some vegetables, grow some flowers, y'all definitely go and check out this one right here from PrimeZone. And again, thank you to them for sending this to me and partnering with me so that I could show you guys how to build this thing. Thank y'all for watching. Let me know if this was helpful. If it was, consider adding this to your cart. And Dad out. It wasn't ending, but I got it to end. All right, everyone else, if y'all want to check this out, I'll put a link down in the description for you guys. Or again, you can scan that QR code right there on the screen, and that'll take you to the Amazon listing, and you can go and add this to your cart if this is something that you guys are looking for. It's like a couple of things that I can't say on Amazon, QR codes and all this type of stuff. It's silly rules, but I figured that I would put that there for you guys, just for y'all to make it a little bit easier. And again, if y'all have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Usually I go back after the video's processed and I'll answer questions that y'all might have. So if there are some, feel free to let me know and I will do my best to answer them for you guys. But thank y'all for watching. Let me know if this was helpful. If it was, leave a comment down below. And Dad out.